going to be loud. Duh.
I heard you singing yesterday. I thought it was brilliant. Well done.
Billie Eilish shifts from stage to big screen. Mick Jagger and co are rolling out a new record. And has the UK's most secretive street artist finally been unmasked? That's all coming up in today's edition of Arts 24. But first, the all-woman punk group Pussy Riot has staged a protest at this year's Venice Biennale due to Russia's inclusion in the international art event. It's the first time the Russian pavilions exhibited artwork since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Something that also sparked debate among the Biennale's jury, who quit over the presence of Russian and Israeli participants this year. The EU has cut €2 million of funding to the Contemporary Art Showcase due to that stance. Protesters in Venice say Russia's trying to rehabilitate its image in the West. Here's more from them.
Russia wages hybrid war. It's not just tanks and drones, murders and rapes in Ukraine, but also it is culture, art, language, soft power, things that seemingly for some people are not important or not political, but unfortunately for Russia, it's clear that it's a part of their military strategy.
Londoners got an unexpected dose of contemporary art this week as a mysterious statue popped up close to Buckingham Palace. Signed by no other than Banksy, it's a figure of a man blinded by a flag who appears to be stepping right off of the plinth. Its location, right next to monuments that pay tribute to Britain's military and imperial history, seems to be a defiant political statement with its allusion to blind patriotism. The artist has been delivering powerful hit-and-run pieces of thought-provoking art for 30 years now, but after decades of anonymity, has his identity finally been revealed? Journalists from Reuters say they've uncovered who he really is. Eliza Herbert explains.
The world has been his canvas for over 30 years. Every time one of his poetic or politically charged stencils appears on a new wall, it leaves its mark on art history. Now, arguably the most secretive of all contemporary artists, may have been unmasked. Is Banksy Robin Gunningham, a man born in 1973 in Bristol in Western England? Locals are in disbelief.
What do you mean as you
A younger person, yes.
I'll keep my eye out and see if I see him around Bristol. What he's done for the street art scene is super important.
In March this year, Reuters journalists revealed the name after an extensive investigation. They claimed to have identified him in part thanks to a piece attributed to the artist and created in New York in the year 2000. He was reportedly arrested by US police while graffitiing a billboard and, when charged, signed under the name Robin Gunningham. The revelation made headlines globally, but it wasn't welcomed by all.
Banksy's, I guess, a part of my life, yeah.
For nearly 20 years, Luke Sargent has been organising tours in Bristol dedicated to the artist.
It's like the oldest Banksy on the streets of Bristol.
But he's not clamouring to find out who he is.
I don't want to know Banksy's name. I think it's important that Banksy remains anonymous. If you don't know who he is, it's like Father Christmas, and he's leaving your presents a few times a year, and I think we should leave it at that.
And in the United Kingdom, he's not the only one who feels that way.
Do you care who Banksy is? No! No, there we go. All right. It's the river.
True to his pseudonym, the artist has also made bank. His works have sold for nearly €500 million worldwide, and not without dramatic gestures. In 2018, Banksy's Girl with Balloon was sold at auction for over €1 million. But when the gavel fell, it self-destructed before the stunned eyes of buyers. 3 years later, the same shredded painting sold for €21 million. Today, even reproductions sell for a fortune.
This particular piece is available for $27,000.
Madeline White is a gallery owner in London. She doesn't feel the news will undermine business.
I think his market is very, very established. It's a very mature market now, so I don't think it should have any impact on the pricing of his work. I mean, if anything, recently we've been busier than ever.
While his real name may have been revealed, Banksy has no intention of stepping out of the shadows. When asked for an interview by France Television's what would have been the first of his career, the artist did not respond.
Well, she took the world by storm with her Hit Me Hard and Soft tour. Now Billie Eilish is back, not on stage, but on the big screen. The pop star has joined forces with director James Cameron, best known for Titanic and Avatar, to bring her live performances to cinemas in 3D. Emerald Maxwell takes a look.
It's gonna be loud. Duh.
Bringing you the experience of a Billie Eilish concert from your cinema seat. That's a challenge James Cameron set himself with his latest film.
So how does that even work?
Shot in 3D during Eilish's 2025 world tour, the documentary constantly shifts between capturing the grand spectacle and intimate behind-the-scenes moments. To achieve this, 17 cameras follow the star and her team around, but also her audience.
Didn't want to change the show or alter it in any way. We didn't want to get in your way, But I think that, I think of myself as a very emotion-driven filmmaker.
Yeah.
And your music is so emotional, and there's so much. Sure, there's an excited participation on the part of the audience, but they're also emotionally very, very connected to the songs. We're gonna have to play some games, but we'll make it look great.
The idea came from James Cameron, who invited Eilish to co-direct. They met through Eilish's mother.
How hard would it be to get a camera on the inside of this box screen?
Despite their different worlds, the collaboration worked.
We got on the phone and we talked about it, and it just became so clear that, like, this kind of random seeming duo collab, if you will, was actually made so much more sense than you would have thought. Like, I think we really align on so many of our creativity, impulses and feelings.
The musician's latest album has already sold over 80 million copies. Big shoes to fill for the film. That follows successful tour movies by Taylor Swift and Beyoncé, which topped the box office and gave a boost to cinemas.
Now, the Rolling Stones are back. The group's set to release their 25th studio album in July, a record that also marks their 64th anniversary as a band. They celebrated that upcoming launch at an event in Brooklyn, New York. Delano D'Souza tells us more.
1, 2, 3, and... I can't hear nothing. When I was hitting it, I was hitting it. I'm playing it as loud as I can.
It's official. British rock legends the Rolling Stones are back. The band due to release their latest album on July 10th. Fans sensed something was coming after a limited edition vinyl single appeared last month.
Rough and Twist is really, it's a fantasy about a woman that promises you a lot of things, and then what happens to you in life, you get involved in these terrible places that she takes you to. She promises you the world, but you get delivered, bad food, bad air, bad clubs, bad politics, bad everything.
On Tuesday, the 3 surviving members of the Stones attended a gathering in New York to celebrate the album's upcoming launch. The event, hosted by comedian Conan O'Brien, was attended by fans including American actor Leonardo DiCaprio. The latest album features a number of guest artists such as Beatles bassist Paul McCartney. Guitarist Keith Richards explained how those collaborations came about.
You get in the studio and the guys get together, we lay out a track, an idea, and you let it take off from there. You can't plan all of this stuff. You kind of just got to follow it and hope you come out the other end.
The official cover for the new album, Foreign Tongues, features the band's jumbled faces. It's the Rolling Stones' 25th studio album, arriving 64 years after the British rock powerhouse first took the world by storm.
Of course, costs money.
finally, to a collection of photography that spans the length and breadth of Europe and brings us a multitude of perspectives from a new generation of artists. Circulations is a group exhibition that's been held at the 104 Cultural Centre in Paris for 16 years now. There's a special focus on Irish talent this year, and the public also gets a chance to choose their favourite series in the show. That prize has gone to Olya Koval, whose images of creeping red insects serve as an allegory for the Russian invasion of her country, Ukraine. We'll leave you with a glimpse of some of the highlights of the Circulations show. Otherwise, do check in with us next time here on Arts 24 and on our social media too.